Hello everyone, this is Anuj from Gadget Cake. Asus has just launched two new phones, the Zenfone Max Pro M2 and the Zenfone Max M2. And in this video, we will show you the unboxing and our first impression of both these phones. So let's start. Zenfone Max Pro M2 and the Zenfone Max M2, both the phones are the successor of the previous generation Max Pro M1 and the Max M1, which was launched not that ago. These phones will be available exclusively on Flipkart.com, and at the time of making this video, we don't know about the pricing, but I will update that later in the description below. So here are the boxes of the Zenfone Max Pro M2 and the Zenfone Max M2. So let's see the M2 Pro first. This time we have an all new design of the box, and here we have the branding in the front, then the specification at the back. Let's quickly open the box. So first we get this envelope where we have the SIM ejection pin, user guide and some other documentation. We also get a soft TPU case along with it, which is nowadays very common. And here we have the phone itself. We will look at the phone in a moment. Let's see what else we have here. We get the charger, which has the output of 5V 2A, and here is the micro USB charging cable. So that's all we get in the box. Now let's quickly open the Zenfone Max M2. We get the same thing in this, such as the soft TPU case, 10V charger and the micro USB charging cable. Now let's look at the phones closely. So first we will look at the Zenfone Max Pro M2. The first thing you will notice is the all new design. And in this, we have a 3D curved back which sort of gives it a glass back finish, which definitely looks very premium. When you hold the phone for sure gives a premium feel in the hand. The build quality is premium and I'm really impressed right now how the phone looks and feel. And even though this phone has a massive 5000 mAh battery, it really feels lightweight and weighs just 175 gram, which is also impressive. The thickness of the phone is 8.5mm and with the curved edges, the phone for sure looks really good. Talking about the design changes, in the front, now we have a 6.26-inch Full HD Plus notch display. The display has the Gorilla Glass 6 protection, which is again amazing, as it's the flagship feature which we are getting in a budget phone. Talking about the notch, it's small in size and it has a 13MP front camera that has an aperture of f2.0. Then in the front we have the LED flashlight and the earpiece which is towards the top edge of the phone. You also get a notification LED light which is next to the earpiece. In terms of physical overview, we have the volume and the power button on the right side, and on the left side we have the SIM tray which is triple slot and has a dedicated micro SD card slot which it supports up to 2TB. At the bottom we have the 5 magnet speaker, micro USB charging port, main mic and the headphone jack. The back, as mentioned earlier, has a 3D curved glossy design which looks stunning. And then at the back we have the dual camera setup where we have the primary 12MP camera with an aperture of f1.8. and a 5MP secondary depth sensor. And then we have the LED flashlight below it. The fingerprint sensor is also located at the back above the Asus logo. Now let's look at the other phone, Zenfone Max M2. Zenfone Max M2 has a similar design which we have previously seen in the Zenfone Max Pro M1, and we get the metal body design at the back. The phone comes in two color option, black and blue. Overall the phone feels lightweight, and here in this we have a 4000 mAh battery, still the weight of the phone is 160 grams. Unlike the Max Pro M1, in this we have a notch display. We get the HD Plus display with the aspect ratio of 19:9. The notch houses a front 8MP camera, front LED flash and the earpiece. There is also a notification LED light in this as well. In terms of other ports and buttons, we have the power and the volume rocker on the right side, and on the left side, we get the same triple slot SIM tray with a 2TB of micro SD card support. At the bottom we have the 5 magnet speaker, micro USB charging port and the main mic. On the top we have the headphone jack and a secondary mic for noise cancellation. At the back we have the dual camera setup where we have the primary 13MP camera with an aperture of f1.8 and the 2MP secondary depth sensor along with the LED flashlight below it. The fingerprint sensor is also located at the back of the phone. So let's turn on the phones for the first time. Meanwhile it's turning on, let me show you the complete specification of both the phones. So here we are on the home screen. In both the phones we get the stock Android experience, and out of the box it comes with the Android Oreo 8.1. And after the first boot, we had approximately 54GB available out of 64GB in the Max Pro M2. And in the Zenfone Max M2, we have 23GB available out of 32GB. There are no bloatware installed in both the phones apart from Facebook and Instagram. Now let me quickly show you the camera of both the phones. The camera interface of both the phone is similar with all new user interface. These are few pictures which we have clicked with both the phones. And guys, we will be doing a detailed camera review of both the phones, so stay tuned for that. Here are some portrait photos taken from both the phones. And here are some front camera samples. In the Zenfone Max Pro M2, the front camera as of now doesn't support portrait mode, but it will be available with the software update very soon. In terms of benchmark, for the Max Pro M2, we got a score of 130k in the Antutu benchmark. And here are the scores from the Geekbench 4. And here are the scores of the Zenfone Max M2. We also played PUBG on both the phones, and the Snapdragon 660 of the Zenfone Max Pro M2 handles the game pretty well. These are the maximum graphics settings we were getting on the phone, and surprisingly, there were no lags and stutter while playing the game. We have played PUBG on it couple of times and did not face any heating issues. And on the other hand, on the Zenfone Max M2, these are the maximum graphics settings we were getting for the game. The Snapdragon 632 also does a very good job here, and in the medium settings, there were no lags and stutter as well. So you can definitely play PUBG on both the phones without any issue. Both the phone comes with a fingerprint sensor and face unlock. The fingerprint sensor is fast and recognizes a fingerprint very quickly. Face unlock also works without any issue in both the phones. The display on both the phone is good with good viewing angle. The sound output from both the phone is also pretty loud, and that is because the 5-fingered speaker technology which Asus has used in both the phones. In terms of battery, both the phone gave us more than 1 day battery backup during our testing. And as Asus claims that these phones can easily give 2 days of battery backup, and we also agrees with it. So guys, this was the quick unboxing and the overview of the Asus Zenfone Max Pro M2 and the Zenfone Max M2. We will be doing a detailed review of both the phones, so stay tuned for that. And guys, do let us know how you find both the phones in the comment section below. And according to us, these could be the best budget segment phones available in the market as of now, and it all depends on how Asus price them. So that's all for now. If you like this video, then please press the like button and subscribe to our channel Gadget Geek for more videos like this. Once again, this is Anuj signing off, and I'll see you in the next one.